community keeping the struggle, because we know it's through the struggle that we grow. That it is, in fact, a slow process for progress, and that the rate to the swift is to those that remain dutiful. So make sure you stay in this thing for the long haul. Y'all already know my videos, they would never constitute anything legal, for I'm not some type of legal counsel or attorney. I don't fake under no titles or anything like that. I'm genuinely your brother, and I like to share with you education and information about my walks and about my travels throughout my journey called life. And I like to extend all these honors to you, because when you're honoring man and woman, you're honoring yourself. Let me give adoration to the Most High, Allah, the head, the temple of my life, and extend that same love, courtesy, and acknowledgement to all of his messages and prophets. Peace to you, beloved brothers and sisters, and grand rising to all of God's chosen people. How y'all doing? Myself, I'm blessed. I'm taking everything in step, stages, and degrees. Actually, I just wanted to come on and drop a little science. I'm on my way to the court building right now. I got one officer wrote some citations probably about a month ago or something like that. So now I'm about to go in here and basically challenge the presumption, pretty much, you know. The first thing you need to know about the courts, like when you go to court, you can put something on the record, or you can make a special appearance in your proper person and challenge the presumption, all right? Like a lot of people challenge the jurisdiction, all right? Challenging the jurisdiction is like participating, right? When you say I challenge your jurisdiction, I demand you validate, you prove jurisdiction, it's almost like telling Child Protective Services to prove they have a claim. Anytime you ask somebody to prove something, you're giving them permission to go and use information to find or to assert certain things, even if that information is yours. So if a cop is doing something and then I tell him to validate that, right? I tell him, I say, well, you need to prove to me that you have the authority. So I'm giving him permission to prove to me to do any act legally that he has the rights to do in accordance to that information that we're talking about, in order to prove a claim to me or to prove a point to me. So it's the same way with the courts. If I go in here and I say, hey, look, I challenge your jurisdiction. I challenge jurisdiction. I demand you validate, you prove, you show me that you have jurisdiction. All right, which is, you know, not saying that it's not a good move, but if your intention is not to participate, if your intention is not to grant them any authority or to do any act with your information, then you don't want to challenge the jurisdiction, because challenging the jurisdiction is giving them the rights to prove something to you, to use your information, to proceed, to continue, to prove a point. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like you asking them to continue to prove what they need to prove to you, when we already know that they can't prove nothing in the first place, right? So the main thing you want to do is you want to challenge the presumption. You want to deny that any crime has even took place. You don't acknowledge that a crime has even took place. I don't know nothing of no crime. Do you? I've never. What crime? Huh? I never got summoned to court and told me. Nobody never told me I was being sued. So what crime did I commit? I don't know nothing about a crime, because if a crime was committed, I would have got summons, I would have got a complaint filed, and I would have been known that somebody was suing me. So being that none of that took place, then I can't equate that I'm in here for some type of crime. Maybe this is a quasi contract or some type of implicit contract, and I might not understand what it is, and I'm coming in under the guise that it's something criminal going on, but really, according to the procedures and how the case was laid out, by the way it's laid out, it shows me that no crime is involved at all. So it's a presumed assumption. What do I mean? They're presuming that the style of the name that they're charging is your correct name. Now, according to law, we all have a business name that's assigned to us at birth that's only used for business and administrative purposes. You have a God-given name that identifies you by your surname, and given name that shows that you are part of a family and who you come from. All right. Whenever you go to court, whenever they style your name as your legal name, your government name, they're using your business name. in order to take you to court. They're not supposed to use your business name unless they're saying that it's a business contract, because that government name, that legal name, is a legal administrative name. And anytime that name is assigned on any of their documents, any of their contracts, or anything, they're saying that you in some type of administrative process or proceeding with them, and where rights are determined about a contract. It has nothing to do with a crime. It's an administrative proceeding. All right. So when I say challenge the presumption is that you are a legal person. That's the presumption that we have. The courts only have the ability to administer legal persons. They only have the ability to administer fictitious entities, right? And every man and woman at birth were naturalized as a legal person. So even though you are a natural person in the system, they identify the legal person, which is the identity or the character in which you use in order to do administrative acts and contracts. But when they're dealing with you as a man, they can't use that same name, because that name is only for administrative purposes. They must use the surname and given name when they're dealing with the man. They must identify that it's a surname and given name, because as a legal person, any person could claim that you injured them, but a person is not. Just because they call themselves a person doesn't mean that they're a living. So if you're using my legal name and saying that a crime was committed against another person, based off the fact that you're using that style of my name as the name to be charged, which is conducive to my business name, then it ain't necessarily, there's no need for a personal injury, because it's two businesses doing business with each other, and one business is asserting against the other business damages for some type of policy, code, practice that's been done, but it's being asserted against you in a way that you are like you are the one. Let me show y'all where I'm at. So right now I'm at the police department. See, this is where, see right there, this is the courts. So I'm in the all department. I'm about to head up in here real quick and give them the business. You already know what Brother Isaiah do. They might as well just, anytime they see my name on there, they might as well just say, man, take them off the docket, because they already know I ain't coming in. I'm not coming in as a legal person. It's crazy for anybody to come in as a legal person. See, here's a certificate of live birth. This is a certificate. I got it endorsed on the back. Why? Because I'm about to tender this to them. Because I'm a living person. And also I got a certified copy directly from the state. Why I got both? Because I'm taking in a certified copy in order to endorse a true and correct copy. So I want the clerk to substantiate that this true and correct copy is a right copy of the original copy issued by the state. So when you go in here, you can give all this stuff to them. All right? Here's the DBA. My name is registered in the state, in Illinois and in Missouri, as a registered business. All right? So it's an assumed presumption. How you saying that's me and I got proof that it's a business? And it's a registered business. So you got to know how to go in here, and you got to know how to assert yourself, man. You got to know how to go in here and make a special appearance as the living principle, the man. You know what I'm saying? My name is Isaiah of the family of faith. I'm the living principle of Isaiah Jackson Faith and see what I'm saying? So I let them know where I'm saying. And then I present any presumption of me being business at all. I'm a living faith. See what I'm saying? And you must know that at all times, and you must stand in your truth at all times, because these people are deceptive, right? See, on this certificate right here, right? On this certificate, you can see my name. See my name? See it? It's in upper and lowercase letters. And right above it, it says Isaiah Jackson Bay, because I did a name change, right? So when I did a name change, actually they never even really changed my record. Now I'm looking at it. My name
On my record, it's still Liddell D'Angelo Lewis, the name my mama gave me, right? All they did was drew a line through it, and then wrote Isaiah Jakeem Bay above it. See what I'm saying? As the record, but why would I bring this into the courtroom? Because the court is using a different style of my name. They're not using the proper style of my name and identifying me. So if I'm saying that I'm a living man and that the style name that you're using is my business name, that the style of the name you're using is conducive to my name as a business for contract and administrative purposes. When you're charging me, you must use the proper style. I have brought my certificate of identity that's issued to me for the state that shows my proper identification, that shows you the proper way to identify me by my name as a living man because you are living, you're alive. And see, they got to go by all records and books and any records that's on the Secretary of State. Well, like if you got a DBA on file with the Secretary of State, that's prima facie evidence of the name being registered as a business. And the Secretary of State records is supreme over. They have to honor any records with the Secretary of State. Period. That's just how it goes. So when you come in there with these records from the Secretary of State and you got your certificate of live birth, an actual certified copy, and then a true and correct copy endorsed by you. You know what I'm saying? In order to validate your identity. You see what I'm saying? All these different things are things that you want to do when you go in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole thing is, we ain't challenging the jurisdiction, we challenging the presumption. The hell with your jurisdiction, is going to be so before we can even get to jurisdiction and get to any of that, we got to first deal with this presumption. Who you dealing with? Who is the person that you're calling in here? See what I'm saying? That's the first place. That's where it starts. They don't get past that. They got to prove. So when they call the name out, Isaiah Bay, are you referring to the legal person Isaiah Bay? Huh? Who are you talking to? Who are you referring to? When you say Isaiah Bay, make sure you put some respect on it. Are you talking to the man or are you talking to the legal person? Huh? Who are you talking to? Huh? I'm here. About that, see, because like they don't want you to know when they call your phone. They be like, hey, I speak to Isaiah Bay. Are you referring to the legal person, Isaiah Bay? They be like, they don't know what to say. Anybody, anytime they call your phone and they ask for your legal name, ask them, say, are you referring to the legal person? Watch what they do. They gonna call up. They don't know what to say because they've never been trained how to deal with somebody who identifies his legal name as a legal person. We always say it's us. We never call it what it is. It's a legal person. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm here for the legal person, Isaiah Jakeem Bay. I'm the living principle. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty easy, man. It really is. It really is. Once you wake up and realize that you alive and you're not dead and nobody can put you in a capacity other than your own capacity unless you allow it to happen. So I'm gonna try to record this. I'm gonna put my phone on record when I go in here so y'all can hear the brother in action. You hear me? I'm finna go in here and get woo boy, it feels good. I'm finna go in here and get business. You hear me? It ain't even time. I'm ready to go in there right now. I'm so amped up. I'm ready. Straight up. On the fact that also understanding that your legal name is also a foreign state. It's a foreign state due to the fact that it was created by a foreign entity which was foreign to the United States government. So your Missouri State is foreign to the United States. Illinois State is foreign to the United States. gives all of his citizens legal capacity because Missouri has its own citizens. And by having a sub-district branch, all of its citizens were automatically granted citizenship into that branch just by being citizens. You see what I'm saying? Your citizenship to your state, your national state, also uh, grants you citizenship to the petition state. So
identifies you for business purposes, for contracts, for agreements, for going into the court and stuff like that. So, being that your legal name was created by one of the foreign states of the Union to the United States, any entity created under that state, it's just like a 9-8. If I got a 9-8 number, and that's a foreign entity, and then I create another entity using that 9-8 number, that entity also will hold the same foreign status as the mother entity. So being that the original states is our mother states are the de jure states, all citizens under that de jure states hold the same status as the state. So we are all foreign nationals due to the fact that our state was created under a foreign government, foreign to the U.S. So when they pulling you in the court, they pulling you in as a foreign national because they know that the name they charging is an estate, and they know the only way that they can sue your estate, they have to serve the estate because the estate has a representative. So if they never served you and they suing your estate and they never sent you a notice that your estate is being served or being sued in a court proceeding, that's fraud because they're trying to make you think that it's you they suing when they really suing the estate and you are the personal representative. So a lot of things that they do is deceptive acts and practices, but you got to learn the truth. And once you learn that truth, you stand in that truth, man. But I'm about to get up in here, man. I'm going to tap back in. Peace and love. Salute to all the real ones.